of excellence on African vibes on 93.7 Citizen FM Abuja. Stay abreast. Get informed. Know what's happening around you on News Roundup. And when it's 4:30 p.m., you know it's time for quizzes. Do you think you know Nigeria? Answer 3 questions correctly and be one of our daily winners on quizzes. That's why we say it's the full package. It's the Super Citizen Show with Didi. 3:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. Mondays through Fridays on 93.7 Citizen FM Abuja.
Once upon a time, for one village where they for air, everything they go well. Them they enjoy better things until them great grandpillar them tell them say he get one secret where they for inside calabash, for inside bush. Elders them gather, them send them more into bush, impact in ngongo and then janja take inside bush. When you see the calabash, where them papa hide for inside bush. Time to open the calabash. More hard than knack. Last, him open the calabash. What's in be the secret where he comes in?
As we bring them out, Abuja how far? Hashtag man up, tab yarns, mind your language. That's here, and the plenty gadget betterness mixed with correct Naija song. Now them be inside Evening Your Love with SMO1 Radio Street Breeze for 93.7 Citizen FM Abuja. Flex Evening Your Love, Monday to Friday from 5 o'clock for evening, go reach 9 o'clock for night. Evening Your Love with SMO1 for 93.7 Citizen FM. Hey.
Over the years, we have heard
police is your friend.
These days, the police say,
now we protect with courage and serve with compassion.
Hi, my name is Kemi Ashiko. Join me every Wednesday morning at 9:05 a.m. on Citizen FM 93.7 for Police and Citizens, an opportunity for citizens to interface with the members of the police force. Your suggestions, commendations, comments, and complaints will be taken on the show. Do make it a date. Every Wednesday morning, 9:05 a.m. Police and Citizens is the show. Don't miss it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Citizen FM Abuja. Now we be the voice of the people. Citizen FM Abuja. Now we be the voice of the people. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Make we join our hearts to build a nation of our dream. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Make we join our hearts to build a nation of our dream. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Yeah. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Epa!
Yes, it's 10 minutes past 10 in the city of Abuja. And this is Citizen FM 93.7. You're on to Insight. My name is Lawrence UMOETTE. Events are unfolding at a dizzying speed. Spin doctors have their hands full. Media minders are stretched to the limit. everything points to the times we are in. Even the whiff of election can virtually be smelt, even 4 hours away, 4 months away. On Insight today, we intend to examine a few unfolding events that have remained the talking points in the polity. And like we do on Insight, we have media professionals, the foot soldiers and the gatekeepers, if you may, who are always in the thick of events. One of them is in the studio. We have the other one on phone. Let's start with the one on phone. Standing by is Victorson Agbensun, who is a senior broadcast editor and also a former chairman of the PDP press corps. Victorson, thank you for joining us on Insight.
Yeah, thanks very much, Lawrence.
All right, and in the studio we have John Chooks Onuaim. He's a senior correspondent with the New Telegraph. And John Chooks is also a former chairman of the APC press corps. John, thank you for being here.
Lawrence, thank you. Good morning, Nigerians.
Always reliable and dependable. John Chooks, thank you so much. We appreciate your presence.
Thank you.
Well, that's the setting on Insight today. We will look at some unfolding events that have stayed in the news in the last couple of weeks. And we are looking at these events from the lenses of media professionals as they see them as these events unfold. So they are going to give us their dispassionate assessment of some of these issues. Let me start with you, Victorson.
Yeah.
How well, generally speaking, in the last couple of months with events happening, how well do you think the political actors really understand the issues at stake?
Okay, when you talk about the issues, I assume that you've been able to divide or dichotomize between the issues that have to do with politics and the issues that have to do with governance, because there are two different things. When you talk about governance, you are talking about the different sectors that we are battling with and grappling with. Issues of security, education, healthcare, name them. The economy top on the agenda.
Okay, Victorson, let me put it this way. Do the political actors understand what is at stake?
Yes, of course, they do. You know, the leading candidates today, they are people who can term as veterans in this field. Take the APC candidate, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a very senior, experienced politician. Take that of PDP, a very senior, experienced politician, right from the days of the Shehu Musa Yaradua days. You know. Then you talk of Kwankwanso, who is in the NNPP, another very experienced politician. So they know the issues at stake, the issues of governance.
And also the Labour candidate, Peter Obi.
Yes, Peter Obi. I know John Chooks will shake there because I didn't mention his name. I didn't mention his name deliberately because he's not as experienced as the others. You know, Obi, of course, he was a two-term governor, but he's not really a politician if you look in the recent of the politics in Nigeria. But that is also a strength to him because many Nigerians are fed up with politicians, seem to be fed up with politicians because over the years, let's look at 1990 dates, politicians have been having sway, but the country situation has continued to deteriorate. So that is for Peter Obi. So on the whole, these issues, they understand the issues, they understand the politics. But of course, what I've seen so far is that the experienced politicians among them are allowing the politics, are taking more, are giving more attention to the politics of 2023 than the issues of governance in 2023. But come to think of it, at the end of the day, after you win the election, the issue of governance will stare you in the face. That's where we are.
Okay, Victorson, just stay on the line and let's have John Chooks' thought on it. John, looking at the issues, both governance and political issues, and how the political actors are approaching their both in campaign and communication messages and stuff like that. Are you impressed so far?
Thank you, Lord. Before I go into that, let me just clarify some certain things that Victor raised here. I am not in this studio to defend P2B. He said P2B is not a politician. And one will start asking, what does it take to be a politician? You mentioned he was a governor of 8 years for 2 terms, which is 8 years. He was economic advisor to the president. He was a one-time vice presidential candidate, yet he's not a politician. I think you could have said that P2B is a more refined politician that looks at the ball and doesn't look distracted with some other things. He looks at focus on what he wants to do. I think that's where you might say P2B is not a politician, but he is a refined politician. Having said that, I want to go into your question. The issue here is that I think not even all the players, everybody understands the problem generally. Then the question should be, how many people do we think can be able to solve the problem on hand? We're talking about the issue of security, issue of economy, issue of corruption. How many do we have to handle those issues? However, going by what has happened all this while in terms of playing to the games, one would say minimally they have tried. It has just started. No any political party has actually flagged off a full campaign. Recent thing that happened.
The PDP has.
Not PDP has. The man just went to Kaduna and he has been flown.
It started in Uyo.
Yeah, and he has been flown abroad. He has gone abroad. So if you say you have started a campaign,
that's to be consistent.
It's a consistent thing and it's a daily thing. I get it. You don't even need to start going to states, but every day you are one place or the other discussing your programs, your manifesto, how to govern. It is not going to be one day on, one day off, or 2 days off. It's not going to be that way. Now, one of the major issues that have happened recently is what happened in Zamfara. Yeah, the Zamfara issue. I think the governor and his handlers should be able to try to accommodate different voices in campaign. If everybody is coming to say you don't have a right, it's not the right of a governor to close down a media house. He could have laid his complaint to NBC and probably what they call it, press council. They will handle such a thing. No governor has the right to say this broadcasting corporation should be closed or should be shut down.
John, we will come to that because we'll dwell enough on the issue of intolerance and other things of the opposing view. But before we go to those issues, now the APC finally unveiled its presidential campaign council list, coming after the hurried withdrawal of the first one. Bring us up to speed on that.
Well, first, the composition, somehow one would say we are changed. The national chairman of APC became the deputy national chairman of the campaign council, deputizing Buhari.
So that means effectively is the chairman.
Yeah,
because most likely the president is not going to have time around.
Whichever way, the position is he's deputizing the chairman, the president, who is the chairman of the campaign council. The second major change also was that the thing was signed by the secretary of the APC, who is the person of Senator Iyola Obisere. Unlike when it was signed by the so-called secretary of the president council. That, I said it here last time, the campaign council or president campaign council is not something that is meant for the candidate. It belongs to the party. And I think those are the major changes beyond the issue of some persons we are introduced, some other persons swapped positions. But these two major changes we are effectively made, especially that the campaign council list was signed by the national secretary of the party, which shows it's a party affair and not the presidential candidate affair.
John Chooks, you've been around long enough to understand the intrigues when it comes to setting up presidential campaign councils. There are always a lot of interest at play and everything. Can you give us an idea? What does it take to set up such a council?
Lord, it doesn't take much, like I said last time, that it just take about sincerity of purpose from all stakeholders. In this situation now, we're having four major stakeholders on play here. One is the presidential candidate, the other is the presidency, the third one is the party, and the fourth one is the governors. Every of this sector want to play a role. Why would they want to play a role? For instance, the governors who are not probably coming back, who are probably not contesting the Senate, they feel also that they have to play a role. Should they not come back, they should have something in the present government should it win. The people in the presidency also think, oh, this is the last lap of this administration. We want to come back. Should the government win, we should be able to part of this the present coming government. The party itself also. Then the candidates also, who is wearing the shoe, so to say, we have something to do. How do I think, who are the people I think can help me to win this election? He has his foot soldiers, he has his political associates, he has his family members. So all these things come to play. But the important thing is that every sector, every stakeholder who are coming should come with sincerity. When you come to say, we know that this person is going to add value to the campaign, not people who probably are coming to see what they are going to grab, then it could be easier for them to synchronize and have a one front.
Well, it's still Insight on Citizen FM 93.7. My name is Lawrence UMOETTE, and my guest is John Chuks Onuayim, senior correspondent, New Telegraph, and also Victor Agbenso, who is also a senior broadcast editor on phone, joining us on phone. Inside, we'll take a short break now, and when we return, John Chuks and I and Victorson will take a look at other critical issues, the politics of intolerance. We'll also take a look at the complaints of monetization of the electoral process, and also some allegations in some quarters that INEC is under pressure to compromise the electoral space. These and many more will come after this break. Please don't go away.
Tech Talk with Mina, bringing you news updates on digital technology around us, discussing the latest developments and how technology can enrich you and make your life more exciting. Citizens Tech Talk with Mina, welcome to our world of technology. Every Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 12. Citizens Tech Talk with Mina, expanding our global reach through technology. Citizens Tech Talk with Mina, bringing you news updates on digital technology around us, discussing the latest developments and how technology can enrich you and make your life more exciting. Citizens Tech Talk with Mina, welcome to our world of technology. Every Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 12. Citizens Tech Talk with Mina, expanding our global reach through technology. Citizens Tech Talk with Mina, bringing you news updates on digital technology around us, discussing the latest developments and how technology can enrich.
I bet it crossed your mind. Stay connected to the Super Citizen Show as we enjoy a great radio experience on 93.7 Citizen FM Abuja. It's the full package. Let's take you back, way back. Let's celebrate the African people, culture, rich heritage, and wealth of excellence on African Vibes on 93.7 Citizen FM Abuja. Stay abreast. Get informed. Know what's happening around you on News Roundup. And when it's 4:30 p.m., you know it's time for quizzes. Do you think you know Nigeria? Answer 3 questions correctly and be one of our daily winners on quizzes. That's why we say it's the full package. It's the Super Citizen Show with Didi. 3:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. Mondays through Fridays on 93.7 Citizen FM Abuja.
Once upon a time, for one village where they for air, everything they go well. Them they enjoy better things until them great grandpillar them tell them say he get one secret where they for inside calabash, for inside bush. Elders them gather, them send them more inter bush, impact in ngongo and then janja take enter inside bush. When he see the calabash, where them papa hide for inside bush. Time to open the calabash. More hard than knack. Last, in open the calabash. What's in me the secret where you come see?
As we bring them out, Abuja how far? Hashtag man up, tab yarns, mind your language. That's here, and the plenty gadget betterment mixed with correct Naija song. Now them they inside evening your love with SMO1 Radio Street for 93.7 Citizen FM Abuja. Flex evening your love Monday to Friday from 5 o'clock for evening go reach 9 o'clock for night. Evening your love with SMO1 for 93.7 Citizen FM.
Thank you for staying tuned. It's still Citizen FM 93.7 and its insights. We are taking a look at the political scene, the unfolding political development, and other issues surrounding the polity ahead of the election. My guest is John Chuks Onuayim, senior correspondent, New Telegraph, and also a former chairman of the APC Press Corps. He's in the studio. My other guest, Victor Sinagbenson, senior broadcast editor, also former chairman, PDP Press Corps, is joining us by phone. Victor, thank you for standing by too.
Thanks, Lauren. Thanks.
All right. Victor, just hold on before I come to you. You can be part of this program by calling us on the following numbers: 0808 2222037. That's 0808 2222037. You can also call us on 0818 222205. Or in the alternative, you can call us on 0903 2229797. Any of these numbers, you can also send us a WhatsApp message and we will read your message. Just tell us where you're writing in from. And don't forget, you can join our live stream on YouTube. Just type in Citizen FM 93.7 and you'll be part of the program. So, Victor Sin, and a lot has been happening around the PDP. Most of them not for the best of reasons. There's something that they call the Wike conundrum now. It is persisting, and the latest was his endorsement of Governor Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State. That's the PDP is not finding that funny, are they?
Yeah, no, they can't find it funny because Wike is ordinarily a very influential leader, governor in the party. The very fact that he has continued to put the national leadership, the National Working Committee, particularly under Dr. Ayu, on the hot seat, is something that they are not comfortable with. You know, what has happened so far is that because of the nature, the gregarious nature of Governor Wike, he uses every opportunity to tell the leadership of the party that he is not with them, and therefore he will continue to say his mind. That endorsement may have come as a shock to some persons, but to some of us who have been following the trend, we know it's not unexpected because Wike has made up his mind to fight to the end to see that Dr. Ayu, the national chairman of the party, steps down so that somebody from the south can take that slot. And you see, the party keeps trying to manage the situation, not coming out all out to be countering him, but taking some steps and making some moves to see that they are not just swallowed up by the tantrum he's releasing. Just yesterday, you recall, yesterday, Lawrence, if you have followed, the National Working Committee, or rather the National Publicity Secretary of the party, that's Depo Ologunagba, took journalists to one of the centers of the controversies or allegations of corruption. That is the People's Democratic Institute, the PDI, the intellectual wing of the party, as it were. The new office they had just put up at the Asokoro district of Abuja, all in an attempt to debunk the allegations that the national chairman collected 200 million naira and pocketed it. So they have continued to receive these bashings from Wike, and we don't see it stopping anytime soon.
Okay, Victorson, I know that you have your sources. You also know the background stories most of the time. From what you've gathered, is there any possibility of these parties working together again?
It will be very difficult. It's almost impossible now because the signs are all there. Number one, the presidential candidate of the PDP, that's former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, everything from his body language, from his comments and all that, shows that he is not willing to allow Dr. Ayu to step down or make him step down because he is the only person that can make Ayu step down. He is not willing to do that. And Wike and his team are not willing to back down and say, okay, let us work with what we have. They are insisting that Dr. Ayu must go so that a Southerner can, because for them, they are asking, okay, when they join the larger members of the party to go and campaign from state to state, what will they tell their people that they are bringing home to the South? What is their stake in the PDP as it stands now? The presidential candidate is from the North. Are you following?
Yes.
Other key positions are from the North. They said the BOT position that was ceded to them under pressure and given to Wabara is nothing, they don't consider it as a critical position. The DG-ship of the campaign is from the North. And they are saying because...
Okay, Victorson, just a moment.
Yes.
We seem to have a call here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Law.
Yes, good morning. Please go ahead.
Yeah, this is Mr. Dave from Central Area.
Okay.
It is clear that Wike is fighting like a wounded lion and he's not ready to relent until he gets what he wants. But his recent endorsement of APC governor, Lagos APC governor, it's not. I'm not seeing it as a good omen for the party. So I don't know if the question I want to ask is if we can endorse Mr. Samuel for the second term, then what will become of the PDP candidate in his own state, River State, and all the PDP aspirants in River State? And also, number two question is, will it not be more dangerous for Wike to remain in the party and fight the party within than for him to go?
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Victorson, did you get that question?
Yes, I followed him. I followed his line of thoughts.
Okay.
The last line.
Okay, Victor, just hold on. There's another call here. Hello, Toby. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is Innocent. I'm calling from Nasarawa State.
Okay, could you speak up, please?
Are you hearing me?
Yes, go ahead. Your name is Innocent.
My name is Innocent. I'm calling from Nasarawa State.
Okay, please go ahead. Go ahead, we can hear you. Oh, I think we lost that. Victorson, you can go ahead.
Yes, he was talking about the dangers of Wike fighting from within. But you see, Wike is an ex-politician. He's playing. He has been able, from the look of things and what has been transpiring, he has been able to cut some deals with the opposition. And so, talking about if the chances of the Rivers BDP governorship candidate will be jeopardized, it won't be. Rivers, from all available facts, from the situation on the ground.
Okay, Victorson, just put a pause there. There's a call here. Hello, good morning, Aido.
Good morning, Aido. Good morning, my name is Aido.
Good morning, Aido. How are you today?
I'm okay, I'm fine.
Okay, please go ahead.
Good morning. About Wike and the PDP Broha. Wike has decided to be on his own with his co-travelers, and next to I won't force the stand of Wike. The point is, if PDP believes that yes, though, they are vibrant, they are strong in the south, generally in the south, let the party expose Wike and let them see the repercussions. But Wike will not tell you he will leave the party. Like the other caller said, he will stay in that party and work against it. But that is not good for our democracy.
Okay.
It's not good for our democracy. Because if you look at their convention, the presidential primary convention, when there was this, okay, my son called it one name. I would not really want to mention that name on here.
Please don't.
So definitely, you will see. So I don't blame Wike, you know. And if it's never a fault, or has never been a fault in PDP, PDP will have even allowed him to go, so that they will have peace. But with Wike, there will be no peace. Without Wike, there will be no peace in PDP, unless certain things are done.
All right. Thank you so much, ID. Thank you. John, let's get back to you. But before then, if you want to join the discussion, you can call us on 0903 222 9797. That's 0903 222 9797. Or you can call us on 0808 22 22037 and on 0818 22 22205. Any of these numbers, you can also send us a WhatsApp message. My guest is John Chuks Onayim, senior correspondent, New Telegraph, is in the studio, while Victor Sinagbenz, another senior broadcast editor, is with us through phone. John Chuks, another issue that has been on the political scene ever since, at least from the beginning of this year, is the issue of intolerance, politics of intolerance. People are calling to question what was the essence of the peace accord that was signed. Why are political actors behaving like this?
No, I think I remember last time we spoke here, we were here, and we talked about the peace accord thing. And we just said it's a kind of a ceremonial thing, and the thing that actually keep the politicians on their toe is the international community to say, look, we are not going to grant you visa, medical visa, whatever thing to our country if you do not play by the rules of the game. And that's what poor Nigerians expect. That's what they like to listen to. Like we said, they said the president candidate of PDP has gone to Europe for whatever reason. Assuming there are no visa for him, he would have been within Nigeria or Africa. I get what I'm saying? So that's very fundamental. So the issue of political intolerance is one thing that everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to win. And when people are fighting a war that they want to win, they don't fight it by the rules. First, I mentioned what happened in Zamfara, which was not expected. There's no way a government should be closing media houses. There are people who regulate media houses and not the government of the state or federal government. There is an institution that does that. That's one. Second thing also, the language that don't vote these people, vote these people. It's also political intolerance. Like we saw the presidential candidate of PDP did say in Kaduna that, oh, Yorubas, Igbos, no, vote. No, those things are not necessary.
He said he was taking that statement.
He said he was taking. No, I think we need to come to reality that once something we saw, we listened to, you said so. It is not something that was written in the paper. The videos are there. Okay. Why do we say he was? Because Paul Ibe came out to say his principal was taken out of context, then we should take it that way. No. You can't continue to say something. People watch and somebody come back to say, just like what happened in Lagos. The CAN president who said in Lagos, the CAN chairman in Lagos, came out and said something. Within 2 days, on a Sunday, the thing came out on a Sunday, was on social media. They didn't find the need to react to it. After 2 days, they are coming to say that the man was taken out of context. We should stop this issue of taken out of context. What I'm saying, in a nutshell, that we saw the video of the presidential candidate of PDP speaking to Arabic Consultative Committee and saying this and that. The explanation to me has no much meaning. What could be which meaning is to say, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was going to take that reaction. I never meant it that way. But not to say it was taken out of context. There was no any context, it was taken out of there.
Okay. All right. There's also, apart from the instances you mentioned, there's also allegations of some state governments or maybe federal government institutions denying political parties use of venues, certain venues for a campaign rally. This has always been the case all over. Remember 2015, 2019, we had cases like this too. This is worrisome, don't you think so?
Well, it is. We just pray to the point that our political culture will mature, that those things will not come to play. I wonder why somebody want to deny another person to use a venue for campaign. By tomorrow, you start crying. Let me give you an instance. There was a member of the caretaker committee during the APC. Each time I had a discussion with him, he would tell me one thing. What was that they don't play with their governors. They don't play with their governors. I said, why would somebody be a governor after he left another governor? He would not even say, no. Unfortunately, when he left, of all he did, he went to the state to contest for something. They gave the whole structure to the former governor in that state. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say here is the governors should be able to know that they are governor today, by tomorrow they will not be a governor. Whatever you measure for measure, like Bible say, whatever stick you use in measuring for somebody, that's what they are going to use to measure for you. I think there should also be a clear-cut law. Unfortunately, there are many laws. Who is obeying them?
Yeah, even in the electoral law.
Yes. So many of them. I think the politicians are taking it that it is their rights. As far as I'm here, I'm above the law. Nothing can happen to me until I get out of that office. That is how so many of them behave. And it is not right. You can't deny a political party or a politician from using government facilities to do campaign or to do political something. You're only holding brief. Nobody knew that the 8 years of Mr. President will soon be in the next 8 months. It will be over. It looks as if it was an eternity thing. And when they started, it looked as if it was an eternity thing. But today, we are talking about by this time next year, Every person who has served 2 terms as a governor will be addressed as a former governor, including Mr. President. But at the time they started, it looked as if once I've entered, I think Nigeria was going to stop with me in terms of governance. So I think the politicians should be reorientated to understand these positions are temporary. You are going to go to the outside.
All right. The phone lines are still open. You can call us on 0903 222 9797. You can also call us on 0808 2222037. In the alternative, you can also call us on 0818 222 2205. Any of these numbers, you can call us. You can also send us a WhatsApp message on any of the numbers. And don't forget to join us on our live stream on YouTube. Type in Insights and you will be part of the program. It's Insights with John Chuks Onayim, who, as our guest, is a senior correspondent with the New Telegraph. And also Victor Sinagbense on phone is also a senior broadcast editor joining us on phone. So any of these numbers, you can call us. There it is. Let's take this call now. I think it's a WhatsApp call. Let's hope we get this. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. How are you?
Well, fine. Who's on the line, please?
This is Ibrahim calling from Araba.
Okay, Ibrahim, please, could you speak up?
Yes, I've just listened to one of your guests there some few minutes ago.
Okay.
Talking about what Alhaji Atiku Abubakar said during the last meeting in Kaduna. I'm surprised that he has not made mention of a particular word that Atiku said he is a pan-Nigerian. And there was nowhere Atiku said he didn't he has not solicited or is not soliciting for the vote of either Yoruba, and Igbo, and whatever. He is a pan-Nigerian. So I want your guest to elaborate on this, or to give us what Atiku means by saying that he is a pan-Nigerian, please.
All right, thank you so much. John Chuks, you want to react to that?
Yeah, I want to react to that. I wish that was the statement of Atiku, and he never mentioned that the North shouldn't look for the Igbos or the Yorubas. I wish that he said now was what Atiku said. I'm a pan-Nigerian. What it means, I cut across.
But that was essentially the meat of his
that wasn't the meat. The meat was clear. If you looked at it, he took Yoruba Igbo before he now summarized that he was a pan-Nigerian. I think it's a clear statement. Go to the video, you looked at it. When he was talking to them, and he said they don't need an Igbo president. They don't need the Yoruba president.
But a pan-Nigerian.
A pan-Nigerian. Mm-hmm. Then what it means that Atiku is only pan-Nigeria as a presidential candidate?
In his view.
In his view. Mm-hmm. A wrong view in that matter. You mentioned tribes specifically. You mentioned tribes. You mentioned
okay, John, let's move on. This issue, this topic is not necessarily about Atiku Abubakar.
Sure.
Now, another important development that has persisted is the monetization of the electoral process. Even INEC has cried out. INEC says, on election day, they are going to do stuff, including sending undercover agents to fish out people who engage in this. And it's not today, it's always been there. And I know that you've covered election, you've been on the field on election day. How difficult is it to curb this menace?
How difficult or how easy? Whichever way. Somebody said last time we were in a program, somebody said our system is a transactional economy, transactional system. everything is about money. Given the fact that, when I say the poverty around us, the level of literacy or illiteracy around us, people define what they do in terms of money. Now, the INEC in question, such transaction exists in INEC. They give information to political parties based on money.
Is this based on facts that you have?
It's not. Go and verify. Go and have you seen the number of voters card? I don't know if you have seen that video. They were thrown away.
How do you link that to INEC?
Oh, has INEC gone to investigate?
There was an investigation.
What was that investigation? Because I've not read any.
Yes, I think the last time I spoke to the INEC's the Director of Public Information, National Commissioner, he said that the result of the investigation was still expected.
Lord, let me tell you, that wasn't what anybody was expecting. I expected from INEC. What I expected from INEC, seeing that video, they would take an Air Force helicopter, go there, pack all those PVC voters card to their office to now look at what could have led.
And you're sure this was not done?
They would have said that. Now, that's by the way. The issue here is issue of corruption, vote buying, and monetization of election. That's the issue. Now, every sector is actually involved. The security agencies, the INEC, the individuals, and everybody. Now, the point we have to come to say we need to redeem our country. As election is coming, staff in INEC are looking at, this is an opportunity for me to get out of poverty. Some staff in the police are thinking where they should be posted to in terms of election monitoring and coverage. Some whatever institutions that has something to do with election, the mentality is, what do I make from it? It's going to be a very difficult thing. We need to start engaging each other to also know that whatever you get might not sustain you in 1 year, because there is no any money that is wrongly gotten that will be so meaningfully used. That's what people should understand. So we need to be able to say we need to redeem this country. If we have to redeem this country, we must come all clean to redeem the country. If our mentality thinking is how much we are going to make during the election, it will continue to be there. That's why I like the campaign that don't collect money to sell your vote. And if you have to collect money from somebody, collect it and do genuine thing, what is right.
Or rather, don't even collect. That's
what I'm saying. So, for people, when we had what happened in the Osun, they said people collected money and they voted their conscience. That's even a better way. Because if the pressure is on you there to collect money, collect it and do what is right.
All right, Chooks, before I let you go, just briefly, we have less than a minute to go. Looking into the crystal ball, in the next 4 months, how do you think things are going to pan out, generally speaking?
What is I said it's the one thing about this election is the number or the months that candidates are going to campaign is going to be of very, very concern. Because as the campaign is going, different issues will be coming up, different circumstances, different reactions will be coming up. And some persons will have wanted this thing to be just 1 month and people go for election. Now, it's not going to happen that way. It's going to be full 4 months or thereabouts. People will go for campaign. You will engage different sectors of people. By tomorrow, the NMA, Nigeria Medical Association, will come together and say, we want to engage the presidential candidates to know what they have for this thing. The NUT might come together and say they want to engage them. All these are national bodies, and which the decision, policies of federal government affects them. Therefore, they have a right to engage them. And when they call you, you didn't come. Even if it means 5 doctors or votes you didn't get, it's a minus. It's a sincere minus. So this are what is going to play on. There is going to be a very serious time for all institutions to find means to engage, especially the presidential candidates.
All right, John Chuksonu, I am senior correspondent, New Telegraph, and former chairman, APC Press Corps. Thank you for making it to Insight. And that's our package on the program today. Insight returns on Monday with another edition. My name is Lawrence UMOETTE. News on the Hour comes up next. Please don't go away.
Citizen FM Abuja. Citizen FM Abuja. Citizen FM Abuja.